Okay, 6:15, I'll call the meeting to order. We have no agenda additions or
No
deletions.
road commissioner, that's all.
Okay. So we'll scratch the road commissioner report. Approval of the Selectboard Minutes for February 21st.
I make a motion.
A second.
Any comments or concerns from anybody? All those in favor of approval of the minutes for February 21st?
Aye.
Pay orders.
I gave you a new one.
Yeah, we did. What was the change, Sandy?
Adding covers. We added covers to it.
Oh, porta potties.
I make a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor of pay orders of $27,492.83?
Aye.
Honorable mentions. We want to thank Ruth Ann Barker for donating funds to the food shelf. Christopher Dunnigan for donating 1,000 manila envelopes to the town. And Maria French asked us to thank,
For the sidewalk
yes.
plow? Dennis?
Got a blank on his name.
Dennis.
Dennis, not Stocker, Phillips. Dennis Phillips for his work at plowing sidewalks. So thank you to Dennis. Recreation Committee appointment. I believe Raven has returned the signed
Yes.
mission statement.
Make a motion, we appoint Raven
I'll second.
Crispino.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Harold Grant. Application for flashing radar sign.
Ralph is here for that.
Well, I'd like to speak to that.
Oh, I'm a little confused. My wife filled out an earlier form for ARPA
Right.
for the money, and then we wanted to apply to AARP for a grant, at the suggestion, I guess, of the ARPA people. Is that correct?
Right.
So I got into the grant and I tried to fill it out. Frankly, I've had a secretary for 45 years and I don't have one now. And she's probably laughing at me for all the questions I had in filling this thing out, but I finally did get something to Sandy, and it's about having 3 signs. We have a nice one right up the street from the school. That's a deluxe model. It's a nice one. But we were talking about at the south end of town, the north end of town, by the Cumberland. It's just the other side of Cumberland, where it says 30 miles an hour, I guess. 30 miles an hour just past the cemetery. And it's actually 25 miles going up 140, but we can still put the sign there, it'll register 25.
Right.
So they say if it's 30 miles an hour or under, the 9-inch sign would do the trick below the speed sign. So if it says 30 and below it you have this flashing yellow light that says 52 or something, you know you're exceeding. So We had some help in finding some prices for this. It appears to me that the 9-inch signs are like $12,000 a piece, including posts and fasteners. Did I say a piece? I mean $4,000 a piece. I'm sorry, thank you. That's the idea though. So that would be $12,000. Now, I'm not sure what shipping is in there. I assume labor would be by the town road crew to install them. The one that's up here, I think is probably set in concrete. It's a pipe this big. It's like 10, 12 feet high. It's a big screen on top. These are fairly small.
Okay.
Now, they could go on the existing signs if the state allows us to attach something to their speed limit signs, or I think we ought to go for the post too, so that we could mount next to it. Maybe a little less likely to be vandalized if we did.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
If the sign belongs to the state and the road section belongs to the state, could we have work done by the town to it?
Yeah.
Is that all
You can
okay?
We did it here, here, it
Okay.
belongs to the state.
Okay.
Yeah, the town can do it, but you gotta get permission from the state,
Yeah,
right?
we have
So we'd
to,
have to get permission.
yeah,
Yes.
we've already been in contact with V-Trans. So there's a current process you go through. We have to do a traffic study. And the sheriff department would help us with that, no extra charge. V-Trans would monitor where the signs would go. They said they don't necessarily want them right at the transition of when so they'll give guidance where we should put the signs.
Do they also give guidance of how many we need? Like, would we need to have 3 or?
Well, I think that the idea was that there was speeding from each direction, so we have this one. So we have one north, south, and west,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
The speed study will actually have to justify that there are a lot of speeders.
We would do the speed study first before we ordered anything.
Yeah.
We would go through the whole permit process first, make sure we can install them before we go ahead and order the signs.
And this traffic study is not going to be at the cost of the town?
No, the sheriff will do it for free. They said, Sheriff Fox said they could just set up that speed card, and it would record all the data with the times and speeds and everything, so it would be easy.
It just
for them to do
rolls
that.
into our already existing contract.
That's exactly
Okay.
what he said. Yep.
Cool.
Well, that sounds,
Yep.
that sounds great for the study.
Cool.
And they'll just move it around accordingly. As they do, they'll leave it here for a day or two and move it.
I'm not sure. I'll have to ask V-Trans how they want, if they want the speed at one location.
They'll at least have to be both ends.
Yeah, so maybe, yeah, probably wherever we want the signs. we
For
may have
the
to
state
do-
road. I think we could put a sign on 140, the other side of the bridge, because that's town maintained. So we shouldn't have any problem over there.
We still have to do a
You
speed
still have to do a
study.
speed study.
We didn't up here.
Yeah, we did. Nelson did it.
Oh, okay. We said, let's put a sign up there. Next thing I know, we're putting a sign in, so.
So
Yeah, we went through the whole
how much
process.
funding
Oh,
have you asked
okay.
for this from ARPA?
12,000.
Okay. And no word yet?
We haven't applied yet.
Oh, okay,
We need your approval to apply.
gotcha.
Because the grant
They
is,
applied
has to be
for
done
our-
by the town
Okay.
technically.
That's what Sandy has found
Yeah.
out, that has to be done by the town by the 15th of March.
Okay.
Okay.
So, hopefully we can just pull this together. I just want to say something as a senior living on Main Street. It's crazy out there. Nobody's doing 30, hardly anybody's doing 30. And people are showing off, being as loud as they can, just kind of in your face, it's just, it's ridiculous. And as a senior, and many seniors, like in the Wallingford house, the church, the post office, you might have to park here and cross that street. And the only place you have a safe crosswalk is at the light, where you have a button and the traffic stops. Now you know you're safe, but when I go to cross the street, I'm very careful because people are zooming by. And one after another. And so you get a little frustrated trying to get across. So, and I also have to say that I've requested better sheriff's department. Since that was last fall or summer, I've seen maybe 3 cars pulled over with flashing red lights. I see them parked down at the fire station, the rescue squad, down by Creek Road. And I don't think it's worth the money, to tell you the truth. I don't think we're getting, if they're gonna do this traffic study, that's where it is. Just my opinion. It's kind of frustrating.
Well, the traffic study will help us, it'll give us an idea on how fast they actually are going.
Yeah.
They're at the average speeds or whatever as they're coming through.
Yeah, you need that proof, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm more sensitive.
Well, then you can concentrate the sheriffs on the spots that are,
Yeah.
So, I make a motion that we do a traffic study on the roads that we're thinking of putting the
Okay.
signs on,
Okay. And apply for the grant?
and apply for the grant.
Can we have, as long as we're applying for the grant, we don't have to have the study done already, but we can't get the money until the study happens. Is that how it works?
Yeah, we could wait to see if we actually get the grant, and then, well,
the study is for the permit from the state.
Just for the firm from the state, so, okay, so it's not, they're not, okay, cool. I just want to make sure that we weren't going for this grant and then finding out that, oh, it's not going to get done before the 15th or something like, for the traffic
She was
study.
in charge of the permits to put the signs in?
yeah.
Okay.
We'll probably get the signs either way, even if we don't get this money, they've applied for ARPA funds. so
Right.
We'll probably do that study one way or the other.
Okay,
Oh,
okay. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't applying for something and then not having the backing of,
Right.
Yeah.
not having the backing of the study, just in case I wouldn't want to make sure
Right.
we have to apply by the 15th, that we have to get the study done by the 15th, which would be a non-starter.
Also, if we get the grant, and the study for some reason shows we can't put them up, we just won't accept the money.
Right. Okay, cool.
Is she also the one that does the sidewalk stuff? Okay. She's a very good friend of mine.
She's very.
I've known her for
she's
years.
very responsive, very
Yeah.
great.
Okay,
So
we
if
had,
we don't
we had a
get the
motion.
grant- Sorry. ARPA will
I
cover
can work
this.
on that. We got it.
Well, I mean, it's not up to me, but
Yeah.
they have a grant.
They'll make the
Okay.
recommendation to
That
us.
makes me feel better,
Yeah.
Good.
Did we have a second or not?
I'll second for the traffic study and the grant application.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ralph. Thanks for your help.
We skipped the mowing. We didn't skip the mowing?
What's next?
That's the next.
Oh, that's next, okay.
I will,
Sorry about that.
I'll call her tomorrow and see what it takes to get some sidewalks. But that's who does it. She's in charge of that. Oh, I've worked with her for
So we previously given Sandy permission to approach F.A.S. for mowing estimates, and they would come back at this point. He's basically increased to only $5 a mow, pretty much wherever he went. So
It's amazing. On the cemetery, $5. Fire gas.
They're gonna need more than that after Article 5 passes. That's 70 cents a
So do
gallon.
we need a motion?
I think we need a motion to
I make a motion to approve hiring F.A.S. trucking for the town of Wallingford, Mowing for 2023.
Second. Whoever got it. Carol, you can take that one.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Select board comments or concerns? Anyone have anything you need to discuss?
I just had one, but Phil wasn't here. Who's in charge of plowing 140 to Tinmouth? Is it town or state?
Town.
It is the town, okay. It's just people, priorities on, like, is there a certain way that they plow? You know, like, do they get the meat strips first, then the sides?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'll make a mention.
Yeah. So then I was like, well, maybe it's a state road. I didn't think it was, I thought it was
No.
140 East was, but I said I would double check.
Okay.
Other business? So, the Director of Operations, Timothy Hart for Mill River, was unable to meet with the select board at a regular meeting time. So I guess a couple of us will end up having to meet with him during the day and work this out. Does anybody want to volunteer with me?
I'll go with you, Chris. Yeah,
Great.
if we can do like a 1 o'clock time, that'd be great
Okay.
for me.
Once we get through a town meeting and.
Right, no, yeah.
Reorganization, everything, we'll set up sometime.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that sounds fine with me.
Begin the process. Vermont Digital had to replace the finisher on the copier, and that was $625. I see Sandy's had ads out for a lifeguard, quite a few places. No responses yet, I take it.
What about the concession?
What's that?
Have you ever any responses on concession?
Yeah, I got 2.
Do you
Oh, great.
need one more?
Oh, yeah.
I know somebody who wants
good.
to do that, so I'll text him.
Yes. We could actually have 2 more. Yeah.
Tell him to go chop
Well,
chop.
We got some lifeguard applications.
I was working on next week and I was trying.
I guess
I'm
Laura,
hoping Virginia does, at least the camp, they should get the campus there, so.
You've done, when you've done the ads, they've been both the concessions and the lifeguard. Do you think we should just do a dedicated lifeguard one?
When I do it in the Herald, I just do.
Just do that, okay.
Right.
I can tell you that Tapestry, the Rutland program, the after-school program, just put out an ad for 25 lifeguards, and they're paying for the whole course and everything.
Yeah, we pay for the course too.
Yeah.
Have you asked if something can go up at No River or advertisement through No River?
Yeah, they actually put it out in their latest newsletter.
I'll double check.
Pam Gallo, the woman that took Pantages.
Yes.
I don't remember seeing it,
as
but-
well.
I don't remember seeing anything myself.
Yeah.
Have we done a sponsored post on Facebook? Actually boosted a little bit beyond.
Oh, not a sponsored post, no.
Okay.
And also, Rutland Tapestry is asking for lifeguards 18 years or older, so if we have younger students who can be licensed, they might want to be involved, maybe. I think Rutland's going for college age.
No, I'm just thinking because White's has teenagers. They want to Tapestry to go older, is what I'm questioning.
Yeah.
They're also like adding in that they'll max out, that they'll do some lifeguarding, but they'll get other hours too, so they get 40 hours a week.
Oh.
Okay.
at Lisa Katrupi and Lori Roundy, I guess, both planning to return as co-directors, so that's a good thing.
That is.
Gina Turso is interested in returning as a counselor. And may be interested in getting her lifeguard certification. That would be good. Conservation Committee reported about 65 people attended the fun day.
That's great.
Assessor John Tiffany has reported the grand list will likely increase to about $1.5 million.
And that's the total amount for all the properties in town? That's how,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
Well, just a reminder that Extra Stout will be playing next Wednesday at the Town Hall Concert Series. Go support Mary and Marcos, they're awesome.
They're so good.
Just before St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, and it's 3 of them. I think it's Marcos, Mary, and Helen Mango.
And Jonathan Czar.
Is Jonathan doing it right now?
He did
Mary's,
it last time.
Mary said to me right now they're a trio at this.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
But they'll be wonderful.
I know.
I guess that's it. We can adjourn to,
Anybody have any questions on the emails? We'll be doing it the next meeting. If you have any you could just, if you have any questions
Yes.
that you would like her to answer before,
Okay.
I can forward them to
Okay.
her.
And if for some reason I'm not back next week, I appreciate it. I've enjoyed.
Oh.
Thank you for
Thank
asking
you.
me to come back in.
Thank you for stepping
Did a
up.
great job just jumping right in and
Yeah.
getting into it. So.
good having.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Like I said, I had a good time.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second that.
Really goes.